Listen, I'm an Xbox fanboy. My main console is the Xbox One, that's what I play all my games on. I've owned all three Xbox generations and fallen in love with many exclusives on each across the years. And for reference, my favourite dashboard of all time is the Xbox 360 folders. You know, the ones that look like a folder. Yeah, I love that dashboard. It's amazing. But as time goes on, and as this generation begins to come to a close with all of the information of Project Scarlet coming forward and the launch period now being holiday 2020, which is in about a year and a half's time, I'm finding it harder and harder to defend my beloved box. To defend my purchase when they ask how many exclusives are coming, or oh, what exclusives have come recently that you really like? And I'm like, yeah, not many. There aren't any. That's the problem. I'm obviously exaggerating a little bit, slightly, but I am actually seriously thirsty for some single player goodness. I need it in my life. I mean, alright, let's take a look at some recent games. We've got Cuphead, awesome game. Nearly 10 out of 10. Just love it. Forza Horizon 4, unfortunately not my cup of tea. I could play Gears or Halo again, but let's be fair here. They are the main two game franchises for the Xbox, exclusivity at least. And Gears 5 is coming out later this year and it looks absolutely fantastic. I want something a bit different since we're now on the fifth and sixth iterations of those games. Fancy something a bit different. Crackdown 3, unfortunately not good. Halo Wars 2, not as good as the first one, but I still appreciate the passion that went into that project. Quantum Break, mixed reviews, so not really my cup of tea either. And then maybe We Happy Few. Again, mixed reviews, doesn't look fantastic enough for me to put some time into it, unfortunately. Dead Rising 3, another zombie game. It came out at launch, so I mean, it's a bit old now. Sea of Thieves, I don't want to play a Destiny clone at the moment. It's just not I'll get into that later, but not my game at all at the moment. State of Decay 2, didn't like the first one. I'll just see if they've got anything on PlayStation I can play, maybe. God of War. Play as the God of War himself as he journeys with his son on a vital mission across the ancient Norse realms. A 30 to 50 hour single player experience as an extremely hench lumberjack. Horizon Zero Dawn. Journey as a ginger woman in a post-apocalyptic world as you encounter machines across the beautiful landscapes as you attempt to find out what happened to this mysterious world. Detroit Become Human is the next step in interactive entertainment as you explore the philosophical ideas of what makes us human and what makes us machine and what makes this voice so captivating. Death Stranding. Nobody has a clue what this game is, and yet even babies want to play it. The Last of Us Part 2. Play the best goddamn game ever created because you know it's going to be that good because it's made by dogs. Naughty dogs. Xbox, where are all the games? I don't know where they are, and I'm getting a bit sick of it now. I'm getting a bit fed up. I'm not feeling the Xbox love at the moment. There are plenty of third parties coming that I'm dying to play. Doom Eternal, Borderlands 3, the new Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order game. I can't wait to play those games. Hopefully they're all really good. But I need to play a game from start to finish, which I love every minute of, without having to worry about someone invading my game or the game's broken or it gets good in a year's time because of updates and DLCs, a bit like Fallout 76, a bit like Sea of Thieves. Or the game is Halo and Gears, obviously. I need a game that's launched, that's single player, or it doesn't even have to be single player, like Rocket League. I love Rocket League. Amazing. A multiplayer experience like that, which is quite unique and different. Anything like that, which I can really get on board with, and really dive into and really immerse myself with. Apart from Cuphead, I really can't bring to mind any exclusives that I've absolutely loved from Xbox in the past 4 or 5 years, and that's a bit worrying, to be honest with you. I know they've got plenty of studios in their portfolio now, and every time we see an Xbox showcase they announce another requirement of a studio, and that's great, and I'm really happy they're building that foundation for all of these games to come out. But because games are taking longer and longer to develop, even smaller titles, I say smaller, slightly smaller AAA titles like Psychonauts 2, for example, are still taking years to make. Rightfully so, because games are hard to make and they seem to be getting longer and longer. I don't think the average cycle now is 3 to 4 years unless you're Ubisoft, but even then there's thousands of people working on those games. I think the average cycle now is 4 to 6 years. You know, Horizon Zero Dawn took about 6 years from initial conception to release, and because these game cycles are so long now, I guess we're not getting any of these games from these studios for years at this point. And it's all well and good saying like, oh, you know, they're all going to come out, and if Gears 5 and Halo Infinite hits, that's great. It's a good positive for the Xbox community and fans and owners of the Xbone. But at the moment, where I currently stand, I'm dying for some exclusives to play, because I'm not being funny. There just aren't any. I want games that capture my imagination, a bit like Death Stranding, where I don't know what that game is, and I know it gets a lot of flack for being too abstract and things like that, but clearly there are some really amazing ideas in there, and I absolutely loved the trailers, and especially with this one trailer, I think it was like one of the best game trailers I've seen in the last like 5 years. The one when they reveal Mads Mikkelsen at the very end, the soundtrack, everything is just awesome. And they obviously released that 8-minute sort of like, here's a lot more of the game trailer about a month or so ago, and it just looks amazing. I don't know what else to say. Again, Cuphead looks amazing. I know Forza is a big hit. You know, they're peaking with that series, and that's great. You know, what else is there? What else can I like look forward to? What else can I be like, oh man, that game looks awesome? You know, and like, I know I'm writing off a lot of games, but at the same time, it's difficult not to when all the exclusives on PlayStation are basically 8.5s or above. Like State of Decay 2, I'm not hating on the game, man. If you think it's 10 out of 10, I couldn't be happier for you. But as far as I'm aware, it's just not that pedigree of game, unfortunately. And I think we just need that sort of pedigree for the exclusives that are coming out. Unfortunately, Sony is killing it, and Xbox just isn't quite hitting that mark yet, which is sad, but it is the way it is. I believe in the game studios that Xbox has acquired. I believe those game developers can make amazing games. I really do. I really, really, really do. And I think Xbox acquired them because they know the potential that these game studios have. And I know you'll make some absolutely fine games for me to sit down and be lazy playing, and I can't wait to play them. But I'm just feeling a bit thirsty for some games right now. I just need something to play, please. Please, Xbox.